I'm trying to re-up on my drink, people.
Oh, he's out here getting drunk.
I just did that earlier. I had some E&J apple.
What's going on? What's up, y'all? We are live. We're about to have some fun with some fantasy football. About to do fantasy football questions with Dave and Quentin.
Yes. I'm here.
Quentin is here. He's excited. He had his first good draft, and he's been drafting for about 10 years now. So that should tell you all you need to know about Quentin's fantasy football skills. Straight trash. That's right. Waiver Wire Queen here to tell you it's straight trash. And Quentin, you know what it is. What you think, Dave?
I feel like I've been to the playoffs twice with y'all basketball, and I had a fluke COVID season during football. So we'll turn back up soon.
I mean, you could blame COVID. You could blame what you want. That was just a trash draft. Kids' draft was trash.
This man always talking about how everybody's draft, that this and that is trash, but yet it's still, when we have our real drafts for our dynasty league, Dave finds a way to finish last or finds a way to get rid of his good players for bad players. I don't understand it. I just can't understand it. Like, help me understand.
I could post up my squads right now. People will die for my team.
Exactly. Die because they gonna lose. So they dying because they don't want to lose, man. So we about to have a little bit of fun. You guys are in the right place if you love fantasy football. I don't know about you guys over there, Q, Dave, and everybody out there, but Waiver Wire Queen is excited because it is fantasy football season. I'm hyped and I am ready. I done had several drafts already. I've been drafting since what? We've been drafting since what, March or April? And then we got a whole bunch of drafts coming up in the near future. I am ready and I hope everyone is ready too. I'm about to put Q and Dave on the spot with some fantasy football questions. And then if y'all have any questions, y'all could just ask. Ask and you shall receive. Quentin, you're gonna make me sick because you keep shaking. Your whole screen's shaking.
No, it is.
Yes. Quentin is the one who always has internet issues. Yeah. He doesn't believe in having good internet service. He got that terrible internet service. He's doing dial-up, guys. Y'all, he's really dialing up for his internet service.
That's what I believe in. If they give it to me for free, I'll take it.
What? I don't want to know anything about that. I'm gonna mind my business on that one. But anyways, I'm about to put you guys on the spot and I'm about to start asking y'all some questions. Little fast, little fun, real quick. Nothing to get you guys stressed out. As y'all can see, like I said earlier, Quentin got the dial-up game. Off is an off dial-up game. It's not even a good dial-up game. He dialing up and freezing at the same time, guys. But nonetheless, he gonna get it together, right? You gonna get it together for us?
I hope.
I'm sure about that.
That is my hope.
I'm gonna need you to get your stuff together, all right? Work it out over there. Work it out. So how do you guys feel about your drafts you've already participated in for the dynasty leagues we're in? Dave?
I feel good. I feel very good.
Who's your best player in the It's a Vibe League? That's the incentive based league. That's the league where we're gonna have a whole bunch of incentives.
I guess I would say Kamara is probably my best.
That's good.
You know, he's good. I got the young kid Chase. I got Andrews. Of course, I got Juju Smith. I got Cooper. I got Lawrence, another young quarterback.
Who you talking about?
He's talking about his team in the It's a Vibe League. Quentin, what's up with your team?
Which one?
It's a Vibe. The league you keep trying to send me a pack of Newports for Deshaun Watson. That league. Does it ring a bell to you?
Let me explain to you.
Does it ring a bell to you, Quentin? Because I'm tired of you sending me the trash offers. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
First of all, Quentin, to defend you, she would never take no trade, bro. I'm telling you, she is not taking no trade. Nothing.
Notice.
But how many trades have I made? I've made more trades than you, Dave. Come on now. I think we all know when you make trades, everybody's just waiting for somebody to just.
She makes horrible trades, bro.
Your trades are terrible. Don't let me get everybody in the league on the phone.
I just got Andrews, bro. I just got Mark Andrews for nothing, bro. Basically.
He stole Mark Andrews.
Thank you.
That's because that's because he took advantage of Quentin Jr. Exactly. Because daggone well, Dave, you could not come with that trade with anyone else. Everybody would have been looking at you sideways. You took advantage.
That actually was a good trade, kid. Come on.
For the guy, for him, it wasn't a good trade. It was
he needed a quarterback.
But it just was not. It was good for you, but it just was not good for him.
He got himself a quarterback.
You
stole it, man. But that's okay.
Come on now, stop fronting. Daggone well, you took advantage of him.
Not at all. I feel like we both got a good deal there. He got himself a good quarterback, young. I got myself a tight end that I needed, and I got a good wide receiver to throw it in. That's good.
So he couldn't come up. He couldn't get a good trade with the vets in the league, so he took advantage of a rookie. That's what he did. You know what you did. Stop.
You have to see some of this garbage they were throwing at me to try to get me to trade, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like Quentin, sometimes he's trifling with his trades, and then sometimes Quentin Jr. Sometimes Quentin Jr. be playing around, and then Dre and Unc gotta put him back in his place because he be doing some trifling trades. He be doing some trifling stuff with his trades. Like,
but let's see your team in Survivor, yeah.
Do you really want to see my team?
Let's see the Waiver Wire's team in here.
That's right. Go ahead and pull up her team and realize I got the best quarterbacks and I have the best.
She got the bum press squad holding the squad down. He's a bum. She got Cook is good. Montgomery and Lamb.
You don't like Lamb? You don't think Lamb's about to ball out this year?
He's okay.
Lamb is okay. Okay.
It was good. Boyd. See, these are all the sleepers that she catches on Google.
I don't consider these guys as sleepers, and I don't use
She prays they come through.
This is what I use that you, Quentin, and Quentin Jr. don't use. I use my comments.
She got Justin Herbert too.
Who you said was terrible. Can you explain that? I want you to explain that one to everybody. How you said.
Listen, I didn't say Justin Herbert was terrible. All I said was Burrow was better than him. That's it.
Okay, everybody got their pick. So what we about to do right now is do a little Q&A with you two. And if anyone has any questions on fantasy football, then they can just holler. I'll answer. If y'all want to answer, that's cool. So the first question is going to be for Quentin, and then Dave, you can answer this question. Quentin, how did you get into fantasy football?
I got into fantasy football actually on Yahoo on a free league. I just was liking the fact that you could actually see the players that you like, and you could be in basically be more involved in the actual game of football as a fan. So I enjoyed it from that aspect, and it's been fun since being involved with friends and some family. Just being in that competitive mode and also being so close to the game. So, I mean, that's how I got into it, and I've been hooked ever since.
Okay, so Dave, how did you get into fantasy football?
Well, like Quentin, I mean, you basically got me really into it.
That's right. Waiver Wire Queen.
Right, exactly. Waiver Wire Queen definitely got me into it. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I heard of it, but I never really was big on it. I was always good in bet. I was always betting on football. But as far as the fantasy game, I wasn't big on it until she put me on. And then it's addictive, like she said. Like you said, like before watching football, I would watch for my team only. And if they wasn't doing good, it's like, all right, forget it. But now that you got so much invested into the game, Now you're watching all the games because you got players from all the teams, playing, and it makes it interesting. And yeah, so Kia put me on, and I went on from there.
How long you been playing fantasy football?
Wow, that's maybe wow. I don't know. Like
it's been a lot.
Maybe 4 or 5 years. I don't know.
Yeah. I can't even remember. Like the first time I started was like a long time ago. I didn't know what I was doing. I actually thought I was joining a league, and then I realized I was the only person in the league. I didn't know what the hell to do. So I just left. That was so long ago. I think, hell, I may have been in college or something at this point.
Wow.
So, that was yesterday, guys. That was yesterday. All right. That wasn't that long ago. No, that was a while ago. And then when I moved out here, I got involved, and my first draft was terrible. It was terrible. I did not win.
You drafted your
error. Like I just didn't know what to do. So I got into it, and I'm just thinking players like, oh, I know this guy, that guy, but I didn't know anything about formats, scoring, positions, when to draft, say quarterbacks at that period of time, at that point in time. I didn't know a damn thing. And that's why my team probably was won maybe 3 or 4.
So you were drafting quarterbacks first?
No, I didn't. I actually waited really late to draft a quarterback. And the quarterback I ended up drafting was terrible. Like, it was really, really bad. Like, I just didn't know what I was doing. And I was just going off of, oh, I know this player, boom, 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 that. And when I got into the league, of course, the person who's trying to get me in the league, they didn't explain a damn thing to me. They was like, let's get her in the league. And it's a money league. I do think that if you're just getting started, you need to me, practice so you can do mocks and stuff, do a lot of research, because if you get into it and you're playing for money, you don't know what the hell you're doing. You thank you from your hand to my hand. You're just giving up that money because that's just what it is. And that's what Dave did. I don't do every time.
She don't mention the fact that I win too, though. That's what gets me about her. Like, and the years that I don't make it because of injuries and regular stuff like that. Now she don't have no excuse. She just loses every year.
I lose every year. 1 year, this was 2 years ago. I won 7 leagues, and that was from first to third place. So 7 leagues, I got some money back. I got a nice chunk of money back. So
what you said, this was 7 years ago?
No, that was 2 years ago. And I won 7 leagues, not first place in all of the leagues, but I won some first, second, third.
I got you.
All right.
It's all mathematical. You know what it is? When you join about 1,000 leagues, you're gonna win 2 or 3. Yeah.
It's probably
so there's all mathematical. That's what it is,
I don't know what's up with my video.
That's true. I had to get me some water because I'm about to die over here. And ain't like either one of y'all is close enough to come and save me. So I had to get me some water. I'm about to gotta, it's parched out here. The Waiver Wire Queen parched, y'all. I had to get that water. Gotta get water. Get us sister right. But my journey in fantasy has been great. Leading up to now, I actually run leagues. So I had my start, which obviously was terrible. Now I am running leagues. Call me Kia Knight. Some days when I'm being real nice and calm, call me Kia Diddy, but Kia Knight out here. I don't play games, right? I'm just joking. Anyways, let's move right on to these questions. And Quentin, this is going to be for you. You're going to start it. Do you have a favorite player in fantasy football that you always tend to target in drafts?
So I tend to switch it up, but I always try to give a skilled player first, running back or wide receiver. My first choice for many years have always been Zeke or Alvin Kamara.
Mm-hmm. Right. And there goes that dial-up internet. You was frozen for about 8 hours.
You know, it's funny. I'm the one who put Kia on to Kamara. she thought he was a bum at first, but when I put her onto him, she was like, "Oh yeah, he's good."
You got to stop lying out here in these fantasy football streets. I've never thought he was a bum. Are you kidding me? I've actually drafted him in league. Come on now.
Wait. I never said you said he was a bum. All I said was you didn't know about him until I put you onto him. That's all.
Dude, I'm a waiver wire queen. Are you seriously trying to talk and spit out of your mouth that I didn't know about Alvin Kamara? Come on now.
Yeah, I'm gonna remind you about something. See, you see these iPhones?
Mm-hmm.
They store text up to like maybe 10 years.
Yeah, I would love for you to bring that text up.
So wait, don't make me go searching.
I'd love for you to please do that.
Don't make me go searching now.
Go on and do it. You know, daggone well, you make up some great lies.
I put you on to come on, you can admit that.
Lies. Anyways, one of my favorite players that I love to draft is Cooper Kupp. Everyone in every league that I'm in should know that by now. He is right here.
Also, a rookie I put her on to when he was first coming up. I said, this kid Kupp is looking good. She was like, Kupp from where? Kupp from the Rams.
Okay, I'll let you have whatever you want.
All of a sudden, she's drafted him almost every year, but not every year.
You got to stop lying out here. But anyway, who is your favorite player to draft?
I think you know who's mine.
No, I don't. You be all over the place. This year, I'll say Trevor Lawrence. If we'll be in a super flex league and you're drafting Trevor Lawrence with the first pick, which shows me a lot. But who you like draft? Who's your favorite? Because
I won't say Trevor Lawrence. I think he's pretty good. I think he's a young quarterback. But I won't say him. I tried to get a good running back. My first, if I don't have the top picks, obviously.
So who's your favorite player you like to target?
I'm gonna go what's on the board, but I tried to target players like McCaffrey and it depends. Like it depends where I'm picking at.
Okay, like that's cool. That's cool. Fair enough. We gonna talk about them texts because you gotta stop lying out here. I think you done had a bottle or something.
Definitely
had a bottle or something going on. But I'm gonna let you have it because
we might even post some of them on the.
We all know Waiver Wire Queen in the world knows that you're lying. That's cap. I don't got cap. That I got a hat on. That's cap.
I didn't tell you about Cooper Kupp either. Really.
Come on now, you got to realize that I know players. So if you mention a player, I already know about them. Just like when you said you were looking for players to draft as sleepers, I already had them. Come on now. I could pull those texts up. That's the real text.
She got receipts.
I got the real receipts out here. He don't got no receipts.
She has every sleeper player that's ever been mentioned in any conversation. She has them on her feet, bro.
That's what I'm talking about out here. Hove out here playing some games. I don't I can't mess with Hove out here making up these stories. You got issues when somebody named their team after you.
Yo, Gwen, I kid you not, I can't make this shit up. I can't believe she has every sleeper that's ever been mentioned in any show on her team.
Yeah. Hey, I got Michael Pittman, but I see she ain't made a trade for him yet, though.
Because I already have enough Michael Pittman on my team. In my other leagues, I have enough Michael Pittman, and now I want to see. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there with Michael Pittman. Hold that Michael Pittman thought, Quentin. So, what's your favorite, Dave? What's your favorite format? Standard or PPR?
I say PPR.
Quentin?
Definitely PPR.
PPR.
That's where I'm at too. Like, I don't even like standard leagues. They can take standard leagues and throw them away. I don't like standard leagues. When people invite me to join their leagues, if it's a standard league, peace. Waiver Wire Queen is not joining any standard leagues. They're boring. I don't like them. Everything I do has to be PPR. That's it. None of that standard crap. They can take that and throw that away. Throw it away. Who got a TV on? Turn the TV off. Please. Turn the TV off or turn the volume down. Come on now.
Oh, it's me.
I don't know. It ain't me. It ain't Waiver Wire Queen.
All right.
Anyways, so Dave, we're gonna roll with you. Give me one bold prediction about a player or whatever you want for the upcoming fantasy football season.
All right. I think I'm gonna go with.
You having a hard time over there?
No, I'm thinking because there's a couple of players I want to say that's gonna have a surprising year. I like. All right, I'm gonna give you two right now. I like Miles Sanders.
Mm-hmm. So, what's your prediction on Miles Sanders?
I think he's gonna have a big year, and I also think that Matthew Stafford over there playing with the Rams now.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's also gonna have a big quarterback year too.
And you probably got that from watching one of my videos on Matthew Stafford. You was a hater. You be stealing my information too. Come on now. I can't even believe you would steal my information like that. It's all good. Quentin, what's your bold prediction about a player or anything in fantasy wise this upcoming season?
Bold prediction.
What you got for me?
You said bold prediction, correct?
Yes, make it bold and make it bold. Bold with a capital B.
Bold prediction is Andy Dalton. Well,
I need to throw a little water out there before you even say that.
Andy Dalton will play so well the first half of the season that Chicago Bears will have the hardest decision of when to start Justin Fields.
Okay, that's your bold prediction. My bold prediction is obviously going to be about the great Saquon Barkley. There's a lot of haters out here, specifically on this live.
Can I stop you now?
Let me finish.
Can I stop
speak?
you now?
Nah, let me speak. Let me speak, and then you can speak.
I'm trying to help you.
Go ahead.
Saquon Barkley is going to come back, and he's going to have a solid season.
Okay.
And the Giants are going to obviously make the playoffs, but that's NFL prediction. So I'm predicting that Saquon Barkley, the Giants are going to bring him back. Of course, they're going to start slow. He's not going to be the workhorse he was because they have some other running backs. I'm not fond of them, but Saquon Barkley is going to be healthy and he's going to make it through the entire season.
Okay. And
he is going to be solid. I'm still waiting to see if he is going to see when he come back, and that'll determine if I'm going on my previous predictions before they mentioned they were going to take a conservative approach with him. I had him coming back as the old Saquon Barkley. He will come back as the old Saquon Barkley, but when I don't know when he's going to come back, but when he come back, all of y'all teams in the NFC East better be scared.
But
the best running back in the NFC East is going to come back, and he's going to have a solid season. People are still drafting him high in fantasy. I don't know if I would do that. Fine, go ahead, because you've been wanting to speak for a long time.
All right, Waiver Wire Queen has one problem. I'm going to tell you what's her one problem, one issue. She can't separate her love for her personal favorite teams.
Right.
She can't separate her love for a personal favorite team like the Giants.
Right.
This is supposed to be what you're saying is crazy. This is supposed to be bold predictions. That's a bold prediction.
Oh, it is.
But you letting your heart speak, and I'm trying to stop.
No, I'm not. This be the problem with you. You got some type of hate for Saquon Barkley. I have no clue. Yes, you do. You traded Saquon Barkley for a pack of Newports. You got some type of hate for Saquon Barkley.
He's a great player, but you can't be great if you don't play.
And guess what?
Hey, I'm telling you, he's not playing.
If I'm such a big Saquon Barkley, like I'm blinded by Saquon Barkley. Ask me how many teams do I have Saquon Barkley in fantasy? How many teams is he on?
That's because you can never pick him.
Right.
0. No, I actually had him, and I made the bold move to trade him because I'm in rebuild mode. However, I don't trust when I tell you. How many Giants players do I have on my
So
team?
you,
I have a
so
lot.
you going online and you speaking from the heart, but you doing smart things when it comes to your money. So you trading him when it comes to your money, but you coming online talking from the heart.
No, I traded Saquon Barkley because he was my most valuable asset.
Wait, you don't trade somebody and then go make a bold prediction about them. That
Yes, you
don't happen.
can. This is
That
bold
don't happen.
predictions. Yes, it does. I think you sipping over
So
there.
you speaking from the heart. You speaking from the heart, but when you guys time to play, you playing, with your money. So now you playing serious.
No, because if that's the
when
case,
you trade Barkley away like I did.
No, I traded Barkley because my team's in rebuild and he's my best asset. You traded Barkley, which was stupid. You traded him for a quarterback who's not going to play. So now you got 3 quarterbacks on your team and you can only start one. And nobody willing to trade for you. You don't even know which quarterback.
I got trade offers every day for one of my quarterbacks. What are you talking about?
Have you made a trade yet?
I'm waiting for the right one. That's all.
When you make that, who had to tell you, hey Dave, be careful when you make a trade. Don't get taken advantage of again for the 100th time in the trades.
I don't get taken advantage of.
Why you think that guy named his team Ho's my friend or homie or whatever? Come on now, Ho. Come on.
What guy is this? I gotta see this guy.
Anyways, back to my bold prediction before the biggest hater. I'll tell you one thing. Dave has 2 players he hates so much, and I don't even know why. It's Saquon Barkley and in basketball, LaMelo Ball. The hate is real. I tell you, I don't even have to mention Saquon Barkley, and Dave is talking trash about Saquon Barkley. It's like, come on now, why you hating so hard? He's still better than any running back on the 49ers.
I'm not questioning his
but that's gonna be my bold prediction. And
but he won't play.
And that's just because I'm trying to do a bold prediction.
You said Barkley was better than any running back on the 49ers?
Yeah.
Not history, though. You don't mean history.
We talking about currently on the roster. You tell me, duh, come on, y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to stop sipping that yak. Currently on the 49ers roster. Can you name a running back better than Saquon Barkley? Trey Sermon is not better than Saquon Barkley. Are you kidding me?
Trey Sermon, Raheem Mostert, I believe,
are better than Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, because they're on the field. They're on the field getting points.
What? Are you serious? Mostert was hurt almost the whole last season. What are you talking about?
Wait. Who went to the Super Bowl? Was it Mostert's team or was it Saquon Barkley's team that went to the Super Bowl?
Who won the Super Bowl? Like, y'all gotta get y'all heads together. What the hell has that got to do with who's the better running back? Who's the better running back?
He clearly is the better running back if he could take the team to the Super Bowl.
Are you trying to tell me the 49ers made it to the Super Bowl because of the running back?
That's all they had was a running game and throwing the ball to Kittle.
That's true because we didn't have no quarterback at the time.
I believe it was a lot to do with Kittles and that defense. You can't fix your lips to say that Saquon Barkley is not a better running back than any running backs currently on the 49ers. That's just like mind blowing. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all have it. If y'all crazy, but Lord, bless y'all hearts. Okay, so we got some fantasy football questions
you know what
for you.
Saquon remind me of? Of Cruz.
Ooh.
Who? Victor Cruz?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. We still know that Saquon's better than any running back on y'all roster. Well, now let's get right into some other fantasy football questions I got for you. So, Quinn, early on, you mentioned Michael Pittman. Like months ago, maybe a month or two ago, I mentioned that he was going to have a breakout season. So, what do you think about Michael Pittman's chances of having a solid season fantasy-wise, considering Carson Wentz is up in the air with his recent injury?
So, with Michael Pittman, you put me on him. I traded for him. I want to see what happens. But it looks like they're needing a number 1 wide receiver. So that tells me off the muscle that he may not be ready. they want him to be ready. There's a difference. There's a difference in saying someone is capable and you wanting them to do it. So that lets me know that he's not ready yet. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, it was probably a lot. They should have made a trade a long time ago, but I think in order for the Colts to be a success this season, they need to get a true number one wide receiver, and they might be making a trade before the trade deadline.
Okay, so back to answering my question.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen to Michael Pittman considering Carson Wentz is hurt? Early on, there was a prediction that he's going to have a breakout season.
Yeah.
Do you think that has changed since Carson Wentz I don't know if his season is up in the air, but definitely week 1 and maybe more weeks is up in the air due to the foot injury. What expectations do you have for Pittman considering Carson Wentz is hurt?
I don't think he has the capabilities of having a breakout season, not just because of Carson Wentz, but if they can't get that run game figured out, then Carson Wentz can't even do anything. So I am down on Michael Pittman this season, only because of Carson Wentz as well as securing a run game. Because I want to see what they do with Marlon Mack.
Okay.
Now I don't feel as if Michael Pittman is capable of being a legit number one. And I wish he would come trade for him and give me Deshaun Watson for him.
I mean, obviously you've had one too many shots of that vodka over there. Anyways, Dave,
Yeah.
what do you think is going to happen with Carson Wentz this season? You think he's going to play this year? What do you think is going to happen with Wentz?
For Carson Wentz?
Yes.
I don't think he's going to play this year. I think he's going to end up being a backup.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know if he could come back after that season he just had.
Well, Carson Wentz, he was the starting quarterback. He is the starting. I'll say he is the starting quarterback for the Colts, but he just hurt his foot.
Right. I know.
So if he's healthy, he's the starting quarterback. Jacob Eason and Brett Hundley will not be starting over.
See, that's the safety like Saquon Barkley. Why you keep giving chances to people who's always getting hurt? You just move on. You go with your younger.
We're talking fantasy here, fantasy football. Carson Wentz just got hurt, so we're talking Carson Wentz and Michael Pittman. Obviously, a lot of people and may still feel that if Carson Wentz come back, Michael Pittman is gonna be solid.
You asked me, do I think Carson Wentz is gonna have a good year? And I just told you no, because he's not gonna play enough.
Okay, let's move on. Well, my thoughts on the whole Michael Pittman, Carson Wentz. Early on, I said that Pittman, sleeper, gonna have a breakout year. That may change depending on what happens with Carson Wentz because he injured his foot during training camp. And obviously the quarterbacks they have on the roster now, I don't feel are capable of getting T.Y. or Pittman the ball. They got Jacob Eason. I'm not high on him at all. And then they signed Brett Hundley. It's not good enough. So right now, Carson Wentz is in jeopardy of missing week 1. He's in jeopardy of missing week 1. Calm down, guys. He's in jeopardy of missing week 1. And so that may hurt T.Y. Hilton. I'm not really high on T.Y., but that may hurt T.Y. Hilton. That's definitely going to affect Michael Pittman. Quinn, what was you going to say?
A good trade for them for security would be Gardner Minshew.
That's a good idea. I thought about that earlier. I think that would be a good trade. The Jacksonville Jaguars need to stop playing with him and giving him first team reps. He's not starting over Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence was the number 1 pick. No. He's not going to start. I don't care if Trevor Lawrence go in there and practice tomorrow and stink it up and throw about 5-6 interceptions. Trevor Lawrence is gonna be the starter. So I agree with you. That's a good move. I guess, and that all just depends on if Wentz is ready to start the season, because they cannot go out there on the field week 1 with Eason as their starting quarterback or Hundley, whichever one. That's not gonna happen.
You think they give him some draft picks for him?
For who? Who?
For what's the name? The guy from the Colts, from the Jaguars.
Who? If they give a draft pick, it ain't gonna be a high pick. He's not anything special to where I'll be investing a lot in, especially if you feel like, okay, Wentz is hurt. At some point, he's gonna come back. They obviously believe in him since they traded for him. I'm not gonna be investing a lot in Minshew. Right. Okay, so this one is for Quentin. Michael Thomas. Let's talk about Michael Thomas.
Ooh, that boy.
That's right. Yeah, Michael Thomas, he's one of my favorite players. One of my favorite wide receivers. Obviously, he just had ankle surgery back in June. I don't feel he's going to start the season. I think everyone does. The Saints do. What is your prediction, fantasy-wise? Let's strictly think fantasy terms for Michael Pittman this season.
Michael, you said Michael Thomas or Michael Pittman?
I'm sorry, Michael Thomas, yeah.
Michael Thomas has been trash ever since he got his money. I haven't seen him play. So my expectation is for him to continue to be trash. And he has Jameis Winston throwing him the ball. So I'm not looking at Michael Thomas as a top 10. He hasn't been a top 5 wide receiver in a long time. Definitely not a top 10. I think it was a mistake for them to trade Emmanuel or let Emmanuel Sanders walk to Buffalo, because for whatever reason he draws double coverage, but he doesn't deserve it. So I am not high on Michael Thomas.
Okay, I'm going to back it up with he's been trash for a while. I mean, he had one bad season last year because he was injured, but the season before last, he had a career year. So I don't think he's been trash for a long time. And obviously the injury is going to affect him. I think that I won't say that he's in jeopardy of missing the entire season, but he's not going to start the season. And I had him in my top 10, but I moved him out of my top 10 rankings because of the injury. And then also who's going to be his starting quarterback. If Winston was his starting quarterback and he come back, he's going to be good. If Hill is his starting quarterback, he's going to be solid, but he's not going to be that great because I'm just not I'm just not a fan of Hill. That's it. I'm just not. So I wouldn't be looking to trade for him right now. Me. However, if in the fantasy world, you can probably get him for you can get him cheap pretty much. You shouldn't have to invest a lot in him right now. But for me, I have him in 2 leagues and I'd rather hold on to him to increase his value because I have other wide receivers. So I'll just keep him. Otherwise, if someone was to give me a deal that I'm just like, wow, this is great, then I would accept the deal. But right now, if anybody is interested in him, you probably can get him on the cheap because you don't really know what's going to happen with him.
Man.
You really just don't,
Man, you see how slick she is? She's just trying to. She's throwing a little twist.
Because I know
she's trying to tell people, come get Michael Thomas out off of my hands, please.
Hey.
Well, no, I actually had some trade. I had some offers for him in a league. However, I'm just chilling right now. I want to see because I believe he's gonna come back and be fine. I do. Some people don't, and people are just people are forgetting Last year was a bad year, and that was due to injuries. That's
Right.
it. The year before last, over 400 fantasy football points at wide receiver. So that was a career year for him. So as far as anyone saying Michael Thomas has been trash for a long time, you need to come to the party sober, okay? Come to the party sober, Quentin, because you talking. That's that Baca talking.
Wait, so hold on though. The offers that you got for Michael Thomas, low offers, or were they? Because now you're saying that you should be able to get Michael Thomas at a reasonable price.
Yeah, you can. You should, but that doesn't mean you have to. As the owner, it's on you. If you, like me as the owner, I feel like I'm confident he's going to come back. So I don't have to rush and trade him because I'm fine. However, let me explain.
Okay.
However, if you are looking for a wide receiver and you're trying to target Michael Thomas, you probably don't have to give up a whole lot to get him.
Right. You shouldn't have to give up a whole lot.
And that's not because he's trash. That's because we don't know what's going to happen with him injury-wise. It's not because he forgot how to catch a football. It's because he's injured.
I'm glad.
She's just trying to raise his value. That's what she's doing.
No, I'm actually holding on to him in my leagues until, like, I'm being a smart GM. I know his true value, so I'm not going to just trade him away like, oh my God, I'm not panicking. If I don't get what I want, I'm not making a move. And if anybody doesn't like that, then oh well. Why would I trade away a solid wide receiver for crap when I'm like, well, I'm gonna just wait, let him sit in the IR slot and until his value increases.
Okay.
I've been trading.
And then I'm gonna tax you, and then if you don't like that, I'll just put him in the starting lineup and he's doing his thing. So that's the biggest issue. Now, I've received offers for him. I've received offers for 2 second rounders. I've actually received offers that included first round picks.
Wow.
So,
Michael Thomas, that just wasn't right.
Well, that's because some people, may want him because they may try to flip him elsewhere. The thing is, when healthy, and if he comes back healthy, he's going to be fine. However,
first rounders,
if you're in a say you're in a redraft league, you're not checking for Michael Thomas early inning drafts right now because you don't know what's going on with him. If I'm in a dynasty league, I can just keep, I have him in 2 leagues. If I don't like the offers, I'll just leave him in the IR slot. And then when he come back and prove all of you haters wrong, now I'm gonna tax you, or I'm just gonna throw him in the starting lineup.
Let me ask you this, kid. You think who has a better chance of coming back and being strong, Michael Thomas or Saquon Barkley?
One, they play 2 different positions. However, I believe both of them will come back and be fine. Because these are not scrubs we're talking about. We're talking about top talent. When healthy, Saquon Barkley is a top 5 running back in the NFL. When healthy, and the numbers don't lie, look at Michael Thomas' numbers.
So
he was a damn near one of the best wide receivers in football. So
why you traded Barkley when you trying to trade Thomas away?
Okay. One, let me explain it to you. I never said I was trying to trade Michael Thomas. The one league that I was considering is because I'm in rebuild mode. So my best assets, I was trading my best assets to accumulate draft picks because I'm in rebuild mode. So Saquon was my best asset. So I traded him because I'm in rebuild mode and I'm rebuilding.
What you got back for him?
I got a bunch of draft picks, and those draft picks turned into Pitts, Smith, a few other players. So I got some nice young talent to start with, and I'm in rebuild mode. So was that a hard trade for me? Yes.
So you did the same thing out there with Murray, basically.
The problem with you is you're in a super flex league, and you traded one of the best quarterbacks last year in fantasy to get a bunch of rookies. It didn't make sense. I would prefer to have Kyler Murray in a super flex league than Trevor Lawrence. Because one, I don't know what the hell Trevor Lawrence is gonna do, and two, I still feel like fantasy wise, Kyler Murray is gonna get me more points. So I'd rather have Kyler Murray. And if my team isn't trash, why am I blowing it up for rebuild? We're trying to win money out here. That's what I'm trying to do. So the only reason I traded Saquon is because my team is trash and we in rebuild mode, and he's my best asset. You trading Kyler Murray, I didn't understand it.
Well,
because you wasn't in rebuild mode. But what you wanted, this is what you did. You just wanted Trevor Lawrence in every league. If you look at every league, you got Trevor Lawrence in every league.
No, I wanted. Are
you a Jaguars fan?
I wanted Pitts too.
You're on live.
He a Jaguars fan.
I wanted Pitts too, and I got both of them.
Okay, so I'm sorry, but I would rather have Kyler Murray as my quarterback than Trevor Lawrence right now. I know what I'm getting from Kyler Murray. So the experts say Trevor Lawrence is going to be a great quarterback, but for fantasy purposes, I want Kyler Murray in a super flex league. That's just what I'm saying.
Let's see if Pitts and Lawrence numbers come back better than Murray this year.
Okay. Hey, Dave, you had to do what you had to do. You blew your whole team up and wasn't even in rebuild mode. So I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. I was shocked that you pulled that trade off.
It was a stunner. It was right before the draft.
Before the draft, like And you're lucky you drafted the way you did because you was gonna lose Pitts.
I wasn't.
So no, you was gonna lose Pitts. If you would have drafted Trevor Lawrence first, you weren't gonna get. Pitts.
Oh, of course I knew that. That's why I was gonna pick Pitts first. Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
The point is that was I don't get it. It was just, to me, I wouldn't have done it. But hey, that's why you got your team and I got my team.
Once I found out that Aaron wasn't gonna take Lawrence, I said, okay, I'm definitely making this trade. Because I'm gonna have two of them.
And so how did you find out he didn't want Trevor Lawrence?
I told to Aaron.
Okay, so good move for you. Obviously, thing is, I just wouldn't have did it for me. I would have rather had Kyler Murray as my guy. He probably won. I know for sure he won a lot of people leagues last year, or at least got them to the playoffs.
You know what's funny, Quinn? When I had Kyler Murray, she was talking crap about him. Like, he's okay.
Talked crap about.
He's not none of the top quarterbacks.
I never talked.
Now that I made a brilliant move.
Yeah. I don't find it brilliant, and I never talk trash about Kyler Murray. You got to stop lying out here. You capping. You doing a lot of capping. I need to go on and grab one of those
She was so bad about Murray. Trust me. She was Mahomes this, Mahomes that. Murray is trash, basically.
Murray hasn't even been in the league long enough for you to say I've been talking trash about him a long time. Oh, come on. Only thing I said about Murray is they need some more weapons out there for him. I've never said he's a trash quarterback. Come on now. That's cap. You got to stop lying. At least come out here with the truth now, man.
I speak facts, bro.
You need to stop lying. You lying and you wrong for these lies, but I'll let you keep, because I actually have him in if you go back and look at my video on the quarterback rankings, I have him in my top 5. So, and that was a while ago. That was before you made your trade. So you need to start watching those Waiver Wire Queen videos. Maybe your teams won't be so terrible, I'm just saying. You need to start in Waiver Wire Queen you trust, because your team's looking real bad.
She will steer you in the wrong direction if she feels it can help herself win. So be careful.
Don't say that. Yeah, no child listen to that, because that's cap, like for real. Like, yeah. Anyways, and my whole thing is, when I do these videos, I'm not doing them for y'all because we all in the league. I'm actually doing it for the fantasy world, not y'all. So, but if it can help y'all, then tune in. However, you haven't listened to any of my advice. That's why your teams are ranked last.
I don't
in all our leagues, buddy.
I don't listen to you. No way.
You're straight.
The problem is with Dave. He has a hard time. with the fact that I'm better at something than him. That's what that is.
Man.
And he's mentioned that. But it is what it is. I don't care. You know, do you know how hard it is for women in fantasy football? It's hard, but guess what? Waiver Wire Queen is here. I ain't going nowhere.
Listen, don't bring this Me Too in here, right? We're not doing Me Too in here.
Nobody said anything about that.
Uh-huh.
Hey, the bigger news is why Teddy Bridgewater is in a legit QB competition with Drew Locke. What's going on here? Why is Drew Locke out competing Teddy Bridgewater?
That's a good question.
I have the same question. My thing is, let's be real with Denver. They're gonna have to realize that their franchise quarterback is not on the roster. The sooner they realize that, the better off they'll be. I don't care if they bring Waiver Wire Queen, Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, whoever. Drew Locke is not their franchise quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater is probably the best bet to start this year. And I still feel like if he starts, he's not obviously a franchise quarterback, but I feel better about all of those offensive weapons they have out there in Denver if Teddy Bridgewater was the starting quarterback versus Drew Locke. Think about, if you look at the statistics for the wide receivers in Carolina, they were solid last year with Teddy. They were better than what I expected. So Denver Broncos, listen to Waiver Wire Queen and understand that your franchise quarterback's not on that roster, but y'all can do whatever you want. I'm just saying. I honestly thought when they were on the clock, they were going to pick a quarterback, but they didn't. And that's their prerogative. And I think this is definitely the last year for Drew Locke. If you do not perform this year, if you are given that opportunity to be our starter, if you don't perform, everything's going to switch over. They're going to be moving into a new direction. And it will be okay because if you look at those wide receivers they have out there, the tight end, they drafted a young running back. They got some nice offensive weapons. Say if my boy Aaron Rodgers would just go on over there. Honestly, before the draft, I actually had that as one of the teams that should have been considering Watson. And that was before everything happened with Watson. So that was one of the teams I actually had on the list. That would be definitely a good look for Watson. But, all right. And let's talk about Saquon Barkley, because I had him on the list. Dave, you can have your day. You have this love for Saquon. It's love, but it's really hate. And I don't mean hate. I mean, you are a hater with a capital H. So
really gonna talk about him in this segment?
Yeah, we're talking about fantasy and we're talking about the issues and what's going on in fantasy world. So Saquon Barkley. Now everything that's happening with the Giants and Saquon Barkley. He, is coming back from knee surgery. They are going to take a conservative approach. So what are your predictions for Saquon Barkley for the 2021 season, fantasy-wise? And please, let's talk fantasy and not with your hate in the heart.
I give him the most, maybe 100 to 175 points.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
And now, can we revisit the whole? Are you 100% sure you think that the running backs currently on the 49ers roster are better than Saquon Barkley?
Well,
no, answer the question. And we're not talking about if somebody's on the field or not. Do you feel
that
like
counts? That counts.
About this.
That counts.
He really mad.
Huh?
That counts.
I don't understand it. Like he's delusional. Like I'm gonna have to revoke your sports card. Okay, I'm really considering it. I'm gonna revoke your card.
If he's playing, obviously he's a better running back. That's only if he's playing though.
They went to the Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying. They went to the Super Bowl with Mostert, and I know Trey Sermon better than Saquon.
Now, in football, is it one player that is going to get you to the Super Bowl? I'm talking about pure talent.
You talking about scheme?
Talent. Do you guys feel like, and it's self-explanatory, do you feel like any of the running backs on the 49ers are better than Saquon Barkley? Talent-wise, realistically, come on now.
Yeah. I've seen Raheem Mostert make one cut and make the quick decision to hit the hole. And
I'm gonna cut you off because you had too much vodka tonight and it's got you talking crazy. Quick, before we get ready to wrap it up and get off of here, Dallas Goddard. What are y'all fantasy predictions for him, considering the Eagles owner said that he expects Zach Ertz to be on the roster week 1? Do you feel him being on the roster is going to change Dallas Goddard's outlook fantasy-wise?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm confused by the whole thing.
Yeah.
They have moved on from Ertz, but they didn't. So we'll see. I like Dallas as a tight end.
Me too.
Thought they would have moved on from Ertz.
Yeah,
he can't find a team that wants that high salary.
That is a confusing situation over there.
Yeah.
I had him. Dallas Goddard ranked. I want to say I had him 6 or 7, probably like number 7. But my most recent tight end rankings, I've pushed him a little bit back. He's a low end tight end 1 right now until I know more about his situation with Zach Ertz. I don't have it on my head, but I'm dropping that video tomorrow on my most recent tight end rankings. So you tune in tomorrow and you'll be able to see my top 10 tight ends in fantasy football. You guys are gonna love it.
She doesn't want to spoil you tomorrow's episode.
You guys will love it. Dave, I know I got one in there that you hate, and you're gonna love where I have him ranked. But yeah, so tune in tomorrow, and you get to see my tight end.
She has him ranked number 2.
Who?
TJ, whatever, that bum.
You got to be careful out here in the fantasy world calling players bums. This is where I'm gonna say, like, he tried to call me out and say I do things fantasy wise with my heart. That's a heart with hate. For some reason, he hate TJ Hawkinson. He hate Saquon Barkley. I don't even know why, because it's not like, I mean, I don't know. In basketball, he hate LaMelo Ball. We all know.
I don't hate Barkley. It's just that I drafted him. I learned from my mistake, and I moved on.
He said how trash Barkley was and still drafted him. You know how many, think about, and we're going to talk about this next time, all of the running backs that was on the board, and you still drafted Barkley after all the trash talk you talked about him. And it's like, dude, you don't believe in him. Don't draft a player you don't believe in.
No. When I drafted him, I believed him. I thought he was going to have a good year.
You've been talking about trash about Saquon Barkley for years, so you ain't never believed in Saquon Barkley.
He went and he had a whole year off.
Brother, stop playing. I'm gonna need you to stop fronting. You've been talking trash about Saquon for years, and then you went and drafted him. I'm like, when you drafted him, I was like, okay, like you don't believe. That's the biggest mistake you can make in fantasy football. Okay, if you don't believe that a player is going to be good, don't waste your time on him just because somebody else has him ranked a certain way. If you don't believe, like if I was to say I don't believe in Alvin Kamara, I'm not going to draft him. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm not drafting somebody I don't feel is going to be good. And you've been talking trash about Saquon for years. Come on now.
I know.
Be honest. You've been doing a lot of capping this evening. I'm going to have to, you're going to be on a timeout, brother. Time out for that one. But no, we're going to see. I'm going to pull up all the running backs that was on the board. And you could have drafted one of those guys, but you chose Saquon, who you don't like.
We'll see.
Fantasy-wise, you don't like him at all. Fantasy, real life, you got this big hate. I honestly think you really liked it.
I'm going to dig up some text, too.
Do what you got to do.
I'm telling you, about Kamara and Cooper Cup.
This is the thing with you. Like I said earlier, you just don't want to admit that I'm better at you at something. It's okay. You ain't better. You can't be the best at everything. Come on now. Let's be real. Okay. But anyways, y'all, send me your fantasy football questions. Waiver Wire Queen will answer all of your questions. I'll answer all of these comments because, you know, I'm still rolling out here with one arm a little bit, but I will answer all of your questions. Send me some emails. Hit that subscribe button. Waiver Wire Queen is going to have a bunch of videos coming up on fantasy football. Some videos I'll be by myself, and I don't know about these two because, you know, they think the 49er running backs are better than Saquon, so I may not have to bring them on with that because they kind of cray-cray. But anyways, y'all have a great evening. Peace.
Later.
Hey, Yaya.